I'm glad you're here.
Me too.
Thanks for coming.
Of course.
Boy, that would have been I was confused there for a minute. Hey, Dark Clown. And Home Run Derby Sean's here. Hey, what's with the stopwatch, dude? We weren't that late. And it was 100% my fault. How is everybody? It's kind of cold here. I hope you're all nice and warm. I need Josh to come in. Hey, Ricky. We got a yo-yo and an oi-oi. Howdy, Joe. Charlie. How are you, buddy? Are you guys all excited? We're getting close. Got, 2 months left? John, happy holidays. Merry Christmas to everybody. We're going to have a end of the year summary tonight. The good, the bad. I don't want to say the ugly. That's too cliche, right? Anthony, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Sean dropping some news in the Facebook group page about Invincible. The good, the bad, and the Reaper. I like that, John. Yeah, we gotta ban the Reaper. Stefan, August. What's with the deuce? August, that's the same month as Thanksgiving now, right? Oh, it's going to be awful. I just did it again. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? All right. Sorry, Nor. Merry Christmas, John. I hope your store's having an absolutely fantastic Christmas season. We've actually had one of our better Christmas seasons. We've had a lot of people coming in to get last-minute Christmas presents.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The Dark Clown says, crushing news. Well, it's a little disappointing, but we shall strive to move forward, right? I think we'll be okay. We'll survive it. It just means we get a couple more regionals with ERB.
Yep.
Oh, who's your favorite ERB character right now?
Oh, it has to be Tarzan. He's awesome. He's so good.
Yeah, we got to talk about that off the air.
Yeah.
Corey and I had a nice conversation about your deck. And about Tarzan. So, nothing bad. It was all good.
Nice.
Yeah. Carpe, how are you? Hoping this gives stores the lead time to build up. Man, how much time do we need, Andy? I mean, seriously. There's just we got the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I just remembered the good, the bad, and the Reaper. Remember one of the bad things that I forgot to add to the list. So I'm putting it on here right now, and we'll come back to it. Now, how come I can't save that?
It saves.
It saves automatically?
Yep.
Did it show up on yours?
Yep.
That I shared with you? Okay, that's all that matters. Trying to look positives. Okay, I got it. Yeah, Dark Clown, too much time. I agree. John says, shop's doing well. 48K Friday through Sunday. Holy cow, that's some huge numbers. We don't ever have a weekend that big, not even during GalaxyCon. Good for you. I need a date for a Skybound pre-release. Well, hey Ben, how are you? Happy holidays. John, about that pre-release date, I have not heard anyone talk about a pre-release for Invincible.
Not either. Yeah.
So I'm sure when it gets closer to the release date, whatever year that might be, we'll talk about a pre-release event, right? They got to let us have a pre-release event. I know we were hoping to have some product here at the Nats. That obviously isn't going to happen. There was originally some talk of some promos for the Nats. Got a feeling that's probably not going to happen now with this huge, I'm going to say delay, although Joe's saying it's not a delay because they never announced a date. But he sure got our hopes up for March, didn't he?
Yeah.
So I'm going to call it a delay. Hey, Doug, how are you? Dark Clown. I like that thinking. At least we don't have to worry about 3 sets a year like they were shooting for. Yeah. We're down to 1 this year. I don't know. Could they do? They couldn't even do Top Cow because it's not because the cards aren't ready. It's the printing issue.
Yeah.
Carpe says, "Don't say that there's technically time for 2 more sets." August and December.
I'll be kind of close.
Yeah, but I could see him trying it. But it's going to be tough. Stefan says, "Ha ha ha, Joe should run for president the way he spins." Hey, Goof, how are you? I'd expect LRG to give us some official announcement soon. No, don't say that, Goof. We don't want no dates out of them. They can't hit the dates. The August date is from that one article. We'd probably get more info on an official release. Actually, Goof, if you look on the Facebook post that Sean put up, I think Joe said it would be August, right?
Yeah, I think he agreed with it. He didn't.
And he certainly didn't contradict it.
Yeah.
Carpe says, "I did make a Christmas edit of the Darkness playmat." Yeah, maybe we can have Top Cow by next Christmas. I know everyone's disappointed about that. We're going to call it what it is. It's a delay. And we're all disappointed. Carpe says, "That is a press release." Yeah. Actually, you are correct. If you go read the actual post on ICV, it is written as a press release, and it is from LRG. It wasn't them just making an article. That is a sponsored article that LRG wrote up. So I believe it is official. Doug says, "Joe being president means we would all know the secrets of Area 51 in week 1. Maybe on day 1. Carpe says, "It was marked as sponsored post." Yep, you're right, Andy. And Dark Clown, Joe was pretty on it when it came to replying to comments on that post, issuing clarifications and whatnot. Ricky says, "At least you'll get product before Christmas, Doug." Yep.
That was the hope, wasn't it?
I guess I should have specified what year I wanted that Christmas product.
Yeah.
It's, I had my list of the good things and the bad things to talk about, and Invincible is on both. So we will get into it here in just a minute. I was going to wait and see if we get a couple more people on. We got, there's 18 people here right now. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. How many likes do we get so far? Where are they? What? Oh, now I can't see the likes. Where they
Looks
go?
like we're at 11.
11. All right.
Going
Thanks,
strong.
guys. I'm struggling. I don't know what YouTube did, but they changed this thing up on me. All right. Get in right there. Goof says, "Oh, I believe it's official." Makes me moan they didn't even put the news up on their own website first.
Yeah.
That's that is also on our list of the good and the bad. The communication.
Yeah, we get information from weird places. It's like, why am I hearing about the release of Skybound? I mean, they've been building up Skybound for so long, and we're hearing about the release from a comment on a Facebook post, on an article.
Right.
Nobody knew it was going to be released.
Yeah. And how many of us would have saw that article if Sean hadn't posted it? It's not a website that I go to.
Yeah. So, a little bit disappointing.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to pull up my list, and you guys let me know what you think. We're going to do a year in review. I want to, if we have a good thing and we can say something negative, we got to come back to a positive.
Okay.
All right. So let's start with, this is almost funny, but it's a good thing. The Kickstarter Part 1 pretty much shipped on time.
Yeah.
Most people got their product in a reasonable amount of time. We got it in March or April, which was way earlier than what the Kickstarter promised for the cards themselves. So that was a very big positive. I was very happy with how fast they got some product out. A little disappointed that Part 2 is still shipping as we speak.
Yeah.
Larry put up that beautiful uncut foil sheet over the weekend, and he did not get a tracking number emailed to him. It just showed up. And it's like, well, I wish mine would just show up because I got nothing.
Yeah.
Stefan, how about you? Did you get anything today? I know Stefan and I were texting over the weekend, and as of Saturday, he had not received his. And then we could talk about that sheet just for a minute. That's a beautiful foil sheet.
Yeah.
And I wish Al was in the chat because I meant to message Al today and I forgot. But there were only 13 backers at that ultra rare sheet level.
Wow.
So how many? That was 13 of them, and I think at least 2 of them doubled up. So it was probably, did I say 13? Nah, I'm getting confused. I think there were 17 backers, and 2 of them doubled up. So it's like 15 different backers because a couple of them did it twice. So how many of those sheets are going to be out there? I'm sure they printed some for themselves to give away as prizing.
Yeah. I think there will be some at the Nats they announced. So top 4 will get uncut sheets. And
Of the ultra rare foil?
Number
or just
1 is getting
sheets?
ultra foil.
Number 1 will.
Number 2 I think is ultra rare non-foil. Number 3 is like uncommons. Number 4 is commons.
Okay.
So they're giving out uncut sheets for Nats along with original art for the top 4.
Oh, top 4 get it.
Yeah, top 4 will get original art.
Man.
Yeah, super excited about that.
Okay.
Honestly. Yeah, it's gonna be
All
awesome.
right. I'm not letting you put me out in the first round this time.
We'll see how it goes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Okay.
Along with increasing the money, the prize pool. So.
Right. The prize pool goes up a little. Any booster boxes? There was booster boxes.
Booster boxes, yeah.
Not for the top 4. I think it was like 5th through 8th. Is that right?
Top 8 will get.
Oh, top 8 get.
Top 8 will get boosters.
boxes.
I think it's the same split.
Okay.
8-5.
Oh,
4-3.
wow. They're really a lot of pricing then for additional pricing for this.
If I'm not
That's
mistaken,
awesome.
it might be 5 through 8.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Carpe says, can't believe they sent Larry all of Merlin's missing ultra rare foils. Not sure what that means. Stefan says, nothing for me so far. It's like, come on, guys. Your biggest backer should receive it first, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, for sure.
Well, Larry probably was the biggest backer. Larry and Stefan, I think, both doubled up. But it's a slow rollout, but it's been good as far as Kickstarters go. It is definitely far from the worst. So I'm giving the Kickstarter shipping part 1 an A+. Nice. Maybe an A-, because some people, because of Buddha. It's the Buddha curse. And part 2, a C. Just because they announced they were going to start shipping twice before they actually shipped, and then they shipped. And on the third time, I don't think they announced anything. They just started sending them, and people started posting that they were getting them, which is the way to do it. That way you don't have to worry about missing deadlines.
Yeah.
John, B is for Buddha. Yes. We could give it a B, but I'm going to give it an A-. Carpe says, yeah, I've seen some bad Kickstarters in my day. Fortunately, missed some of the worst. Dude, I backed a band to put out a CD like 15 years ago. And they still haven't put out that CD. So at this point, I'm writing that one off. I'm also waiting for a chess set that interacts with an app, and the pieces will move on a magnet under the board by
Oh, that's
themselves.
awesome.
Yeah. It's a year and a half late. So, you know what? Let's be thankful. We got it good. Rob Liefeld's Brigade. Phil, any word on next year's schedule? Hi, Mr. Keffer. How are you? That would be coming up on our list of the good and the bad. Phil, it is there. Give me a few minutes, please. We'll get to that one. Carpe, Far West in the RPG space was infamous. Yeah, there's been some really bad Kickstarters. So all in all, like I said, an A-, and then part 2, I'm giving a C. And Ron, if you're listening to this, please don't get too mad at me. It's like you missed 2 different ship dates on that one. But all in all, the Kickstarter, I'm not even going to average the B and the A and the C to get a B. I still think it's an A overall. It's been great. John says product quality an A, shipping and buds C-. Wow, John, that's harsh. Sean says King of the Jungle. Yeah. Okay, so we got the Kickstarter shit. Part 1 was a good thing. Part 2, a little bit of a negative there.
Yeah.
But it's not that bad. I mean, we finally got a foil Reaper. Ban the Reaper. And it looks awfully nice. That foil Reaper looks good. Did you see Corey's?
I did not see a foil
Oh, that's
Reaper.
right. You weren't here over the weekend.
Yeah, I did not see a foil Reaper.
Corey
That's
opened
crazy.
this, and we looked at it. It's like, it's a nice looking car.
Yeah.
All of them are.
That's pretty
But,
awesome.
yeah. I still want to ban the Reaper. All right. So, let's see. Where's part 2 at on here? Oh, this goes to the Kickstarter. It's kind of a negative, but I'm going to throw it in on the shipping part. Actually, it's part B to the Kickstarter first wave.
Mm-hmm.
We should have had a printed list of the rarity levels of the cards before they shipped.
Yeah.
That would have made a lot of things a lot better instead of letting us wonder what we got out of the packs. That
Yeah.
would have, it doesn't change my grade at all. It just would have been really nice to have the printed list beforehand. I know they want to surprise everybody, and here it comes. Open these packs. What'd you get? Oh, yeah, ain't that great? But we needed that rarity list a little bit faster, I think.
Yeah, we got a lot of weird information where like, oh, there's 2 alternate arts. The higher number will be the ultra rare, and a lot of bad information at first, which kind of sucked. And
Right,
then-
it wasn't correct.
Yeah.
And I think I'm giving Joe the benefit of the doubt on that one. He just had so much going on, he forgot.
Yeah.
And he thought maybe that's how it was supposed to go, and it didn't work out that way or whatever. But not having that list was a negative.
Yeah, and we made a lot of trades before that list came out. We
Yeah.
didn't even, we just kind of assumed or we whatever and made some trades.
Yeah.
And,
It
great.
was not good.
Yeah.
So we need to have a printed list before Invincible is released. I know you don't want to show us everything in the set, but if you can't go a day or 2 without seeing a printed list online, that's kind of on you. Spoilers are out there.
Yeah.
You just got to avoid them.
Or just don't look at the list till you,
Yeah,
Be part of it.
right. You know it's there. Just avoid it.
Yeah.
And then when you get your product, you can be surprised, and then you can go to the list and see what you really got.
Yeah.
And know. All right. The art. Huge A+ on the art. I am going to complain about Burger King Arthur and Joan of Arc, her rare alternate art. Outside of that, man, there is not a single card in the set that I don't like the art on.
Yeah, they all look great. They really invested a lot in the art.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
They did. And the Burger King Arthur will hopefully be the worst card they ever do. I hope I never have to say, man, that's even worse than Burger King Arthur. Wouldn't that be awful? Wow. But the art overall is fantastic. And the Joan of Arc card is kind of growing on me. I'm never going to say it's all that good because it just, the eyeshadow under the eyes, it made the eyes too dark. I just, nah. But it wasn't awful.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
No. I'm going to let you announce this bad boy right here.
Captain Nemo not having an alternate art is so devastating. I mean, it's like, I remember when we opened everything and we saw that Captain Nemo didn't have an alternate art, and we were like, we were promised that it's okay because he's going to be in the prize packs.
Yeah.
But we got no foil. There's no foil character for Captain Nemo, and he's one of the best characters in this set. And to not have an alternate art, not have a foil is.
I don't know about that one, the best characters.
Oh, he's up there.
Don't let people know how good he is. Nemo not having foil, the only character in the set who doesn't have a foil.
I mean, even Time Traveler has 2 alternate arts.
My
Why does
gosh.
he have 2 alternate arts?
Yeah. And I think they double printed the Time Travelers.
It's everywhere.
And you're not getting Burger King Arthur, Joan of Arc, or you're getting a Time Traveler.
Yeah. Or Victory. Victory's everywhere too.
I like getting the victories, but okay. I'm 100% with you on that. Nemo should have had a foil.
Yeah.
All of the other characters that are in the prize packs also had a foil. So that was a huge swing and a miss on that one. How bad is that on a scale of 1 to 10 to you?
Oh, it's pretty bad. The fact that he's the only character, it's bad. Like 2.
2's not bad.
Oh, 2's bad. Okay, 8.
10's the worst.
8. It's like an 8.
It's an 8.
It's pretty bad.
It's an 8 on the Richter scale. That's
it's
pretty
terrible.
heavy. All right.
If he wasn't the only character, if there were like a handful of characters that didn't have foils, then it's like, okay, that sucks that he's one of them. But the only character, not good.
I 100% agree. I'd give it an 8 on the screw-up scale. That's probably the biggest thing they missed, other than putting events in the prize packs that aren't in the starters.
Yeah.
You can't get them anywhere else. That had to be the absolute biggest screw-up.
Yeah.
All right, I'll back it up one more. Outside of printing the Reaper, putting events in prize packs exclusively was terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, and the indie characters that you can only get from prize packs, and then you have guys in the middle of nowhere that can't get them.
So the prize packs are pretty much terrible.
Yeah. Which I think Joe realizes, and he said in his live stream he will fix.
Yes.
That will not happen going forward.
And I'm thrilled that they fixed it, but in the meantime, we got the Reaper in the prize packs that shouldn't exist. We have no foil Nemo, and the any heroes, the 4s and the 7s that you can only get out of the prize packs. So new players are incredibly handicapped right off the bat.
Yeah. All essential cards. They have to be in every deck.
Right. So they handicap them really, really bad. That's terrible. All right, I got a little behind on the chat because we're having so much fun, just you and I talking. I see Doug and John are talking about Brigade. I do remember that Rob Liefeld didn't fulfill that Brigade. That's pretty bad. What are the goofs is the good, the cards, the bad, most of the rest. So they got the most important thing right. I wouldn't say most of the rest. They did okay. You got to remember, it's their very first set, their first card game. So they were definitely on a learning curve. And I won't say they're completely transparent, but they done okay. You can tell my eyes are getting old. Let's see, Carpe says, at least the rarity will be nice. Hugely impressed, even with the filler art. Yep. Especially loving the power cards with the comic book style art. Really unique. Anthony says Jones common should have been her rare. Yes, I would have loved that, Anthony. Carpe, yeah, I was really glad to have a prize pack Nemo, but he deserves better. Hey, James, how are you? Nemo is the one I was drawn to. Yep. Yeah, I love the character Captain Nemo, and he's very, very playable. Weird how some characters don't have rare alts.
Yeah, like Sun Wukong, he only has the UR.
Yeah.
Watson.
Yeah. And I wonder why they did that, because that wasn't part of the Kickstarter, I don't think. Was it? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
James. Maybe Nemo foil as a random promo.
That would be awesome.
James, how about for the Nats? James, are you coming to the Nats? I hope you make it down. Goof says, I wonder if they should remove the icon names on the common cards so they are equally viable for play. I remove energy. No, I like having that on there. Since they renamed Brute Force and Combat, I sometimes have to look down on the card before I remember what it's called.
Yeah, especially for new players, you got to have it.
Yeah, I think so. And Carpe says, I think it's fine for the commons to be like that, to be honest. Gives you reason to chase rares. I love chasing rares. James says, a year down the line after someone who properly highlights him comes out. James says he doesn't need a foil right away. He can wait.
Interesting. ERB Part 2?
Yeah, there we go. Part 2 of ERB would be fantastic. I know Ray is really looking forward to it. He's really loving the characters in this set, so he wants a second one. Stefan says, I think they are good enough with promos that we might see a special foil one day. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
James agrees. Events should be in normal packs. John says, my most common foil and alt art opens are Morgan Le Fay. Yes. We get a ton of her, too. Yeah. She seems... Time Traveler, Morgan Le Fay, and Victory Harbor seem to be double printed. I'm just saying. Hey, Keith, how are you, man? Thanks for joining us. Carpe is excited to see what they have for the new prize packs that we'll get in August or September. Doug says, yes, looking forward to improvements to prize packs. Ones with all universe cards are a bummer, too. Yeah, that's the absolute worst. Yeah, there's nothing you can do with them. Just set them aside.
Yeah.
All right. Another good thing, we got 4 regionals this year. Kind of sucked for the West Coast people that 3 of the 4 were on the eastern side of the country.
Yeah.
But we did get 4, and I would think they're planning more for 2026. So we shall see about that. I would like to see at least 3 or 4 more added so we can get Florida, Texas, and another 1 or 2 out west somewhere.
Yeah.
I know Josh Alexander would like to have one in Texas or Oklahoma. We need 1 in California, maybe 2 in California.
Yeah.
Northern and southern part of the state. So I could definitely see 4 additional coming again next year. That would be great if we could get 4. Hey, Game Master, how are you, buddy? 19 people and 12 likes. Not bad. I like it. Thank you. Time Traveler isn't double printed. Some of the alts just traveled back in the time stream and showed up twice.
That's funny.
That could be it. James says, I will definitely be at the Nats. The August pushback has freed up a lot of money during that time. Good, James. We'll see you then. Ricky says, well, 1 was technically Midwest. Well, yeah, maybe. Game Master says 2 for California. I could see it happening for sure.
Yeah.
But having 4 regionals was huge. The bad part of the 4 regionals event dates and locations took way too long to be announced.
Yeah.
We got to firm those dates and locations up faster. You know, we only got the Nats announced a few weeks ago, but had less than 3 months notice on the Nats, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the longest that we've had.
Yeah.
Which,
And I know a lot of the people in the community itself pretty much had already had such a great idea that it was going to be in Columbus
Yeah.
and what weekend it was going to be, that it wasn't that big of a deal. Even getting a 3-month notice was huge for the Nats. But we got to have dates faster. And I don't mean release dates, tournament dates, so we can make travel plans. And kind of tie in a little bit here with that is the NAOL needs to be able to make their dates, because they can't schedule dates until they know regional dates. So we got to get the dates and the locations worked out so that the NAOL can schedule around them, or the other way around, we get the NAOL dates out there and then let the regionals schedule around them.
Yeah.
It's pretty basic, I think.
for sure. And Joe, he always makes a point to say that he doesn't want to put a date out until he's 100% sure. They don't want to make announcements until they're 100% sure. But you need to be 100% sure sooner. So.
Right. You got to get on these shops.
Yeah.
You got to make the personal contact, lock something up with them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, every place they want to be does not have a store like Heroes and Games that is
Yeah.
just behind the game 110%.
Seriously, yeah.
So it would be nice if there was. Now, Seattle's got a great location out there that I believe will back at 100%, 110%. John's store does too. So, they're out there. We just have to create more. So that's the downside of the regionals. During the regionals, a plus is that no deck seemed to dominate each regional, all
Yeah.
4 regionals. There was a little bit of repetition, but it's not like one person came in and won all 4. I think there was 3 people that made 3 of the 4 top 8s. That's it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I mean, you had 2, Corey had 2, Jessica and I each only had 1. Jessica got really close to 2 other ones, but Thomas only had 2, or did he have 3? He had 3. What am I saying?
3.
He had
Yeah.
3 top 8s. Phil Keffer, I don't remember who else. Seems like there was one more, but maybe it was just them. Joe Peters was really close.
Yeah, went 5-2. Him and Thomas
Yeah.
went 5-2 at PAX and was cut off.
Yep, they were on the bubble.
Yeah.
So I don't see any one deck dominating the scene, although after Ricky's performance with the Woo Witch, that might change. We might see a whole lot of the Woo Witch decks
Yeah.
at the Nats. Let me see here. I'm missing a lot of chit-chat again. Dark Clown says, Joe said the reason for the discrepancy on the amount of arts is because they let the artists pick who they wanted to draw. So I guess they didn't have that many who wanted to draw Nemo or Wukong, etc. That could very well be. I can see it, especially on Wukong, because a lot of people don't know who he is.
Yeah.
And I did not know who he was until this game came out. The Goof said, I could see one in California in 2026, maybe 2 in 27 as the player base grows. Ricky says, need a legacy tournament with each regional like Columbus did. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Ricky.
Yeah, that was great. Great idea.
It was a lot of fun. But again, we run back to the same problem, having a store that's willing to host those events on back-to-back days.
Yeah.
Because those events they're going to dominate the store for 2 days and may run so many other events on those 2 days. But I I think Howard said he was supposed to meet with Joe in the next week, maybe last week, to discuss some things. So hopefully they're talking about that. We shall see. The Game Master says, we're working on it, Goof. That's awesome. The Game Master also says, interesting, want to respect the artist, but characters have to get made. Yes. Good point.
Yeah.
Letting them draw whoever they wanted, maybe not the best way to go about it, but... And the Game Master says 96.3% sure. 96.43. That's great. Doug says it's going to be 2026 in a week and a half. Got to start getting those dates figured out. Yes, absolutely. Goof says, I filmed a video on that I'll post after I edit it on Xmas Eve. There are a lot of themes in the top decks, but outside of Billy, the meta shifted all year but leaned towards combat and shifts. Yeah, obviously combat ruled the year. I don't think anyone can debate that. But the shift kind of snuck in. We didn't see a lot of Seattle decks that won out there show up the next event. So that was pretty good. You guys are very, very creative, and you just keep on coming up with stuff, and I love that.
Yeah, Kefir. He was, I think, one of the only people that had an intellect deck that made it as far as he did. Well, I think one of the only intellect decks in the top 8, much less top 2, which very impressive.
Yep. That was in Canada.
That was in Toronto.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Beat me up pretty good in Swiss, and glad I didn't have to play him again in the top 8. Like Thomas took me out.
Thomas.
Yeah.
John says combat was overrepresented in general, but and the shift meta was strong, but I think the Mets had more surprises. The meta, I think is what he meant to say there. I think the meta had more surprises. Yep. James says, as an early backer at a large level, how did you feel about the Kickstarter exclusive boxes not actually being exclusive? Yeah, that wasn't good. I guess we should have talked about that a little bit on the Kickstarter. Yeah, it is a bit of a sore spot, but not so much that I can't deal with it. We sold a lot of product, and we sold clean through the Kickstarter allotment and then went out and bought more. So, not happy about it, but we dealt with it.
Yeah.
And I hope Stefan has too. I don't know if Stefan ever had to go out and rebuy or not. The Goose says, totally, there's a lot more out there. Even the shift flavors have been changing. Yeah, that's why I was so surprised when I heard somebody say that it was kind of stale. We need to freshen it up a little bit. There's just so much still untapped. 43 characters.
Yeah, there's a lot to work with.
There's a lot.
Corey's been saying it too. He says there's so many combinations he still wants to work with. And the more I look at it, the more I'm like, I agree 100%. There are some characters I haven't even looked at really yet.
Yeah.
I haven't built them. I haven't played them.
Yep. And with 43 characters, it's easy to overlook somebody.
Yeah.
Like for the longest time, we overlooked Joan of Arc.
Yeah.
We didn't play her. And then all of a sudden, I'm playing her in a regional.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just started playing her 2 weeks ago. So there's a lot.
Yeah, that's why I think the sealed and the drafts also they're huge parts of the game too. Forces you to play other characters.
And learn them.
Yep. And you realize there's a mechanic that nobody's used yet.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know Joe and Thomas both played their Joan of Arcs way better than I did out there in Seattle. But, it just was something we didn't even look at.
Yeah.
Dark Clown says nerf brute force and intellect. I think they did. Ricky asks, think there'll be any regionals before Skybound there? I hate saying the word absolutely, but I believe there absolutely will be before Skybound. I would say probably 2, at least, maybe 3.
Yeah.
The Goof says Sean Ballantine had an intellect top 3 in packs.
Oh, okay. I did not
Yes.
see his deck. I didn't play him. I have
yeah,
no
I
idea.
forgot. He had Sherlock with Moriarty in reserve.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kudos to him. That's awesome.
Playing Land That Time Forgot.
I knew he was playing Till Land Time Forgot. That's all I knew about it. That's awesome.
Dark Clown, you're hilarious. 42 characters. You accidentally counted the industrial mob. Okay. I stand corrected. The Game Master, Invisible Man. Experiment with the home bases more. You know, I've looked at the Invisible Man, and I know there's somebody in the chat who swears up and down Invisible Man's playable. I can't find it.
I don't think he's
I
playable.
can't find it. No.
Yeah, I think even with Skybound supplementing him, I don't think he's going to be playable. There are just some characters that it just won't work. I would love to be proven wrong,
Yeah.
but I don't think it'll ever.
Yeah, the guy in the chat who swears Invisible Man is playable will probably prove me wrong, but I haven't found it. The Goof says, I think every character has a place. Even industrial might be more niche, but mobs have so much gas that I'm sure there's a way. Wow, are they 18 points?
Industrial Mob?
Yeah,
18, yeah.
18. And they're a max 7, which isn't bad, except your best 8 stat character, Hercules, is so expensive
Yeah.
that
I think also their exclusive mob cards aren't the best.
right, you're almost better off playing
The
the
16,
16-point mob. So I don't know if the concept of 3 of the same character going forward is coming again, but I would maybe limit it to just 2 versions of any one character.
Yeah, I think 2 is good.
Yeah.
I like the idea, but I don't know. It doesn't work.
Yeah. Especially since you can't put them on the same team, on the same deck.
If you could, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be broken. James says, I'm most excited to try to play some sealed or drafts at Nats. It's a format I've never got to play. We will be doing it here. Raven Project, who is in the chat tonight, is going to be helping out with all that. So thank you, John, for doing that. Traveling Goof says, PAX number 1 was Woo Witch. Number 2 was Energy. Number 3 was Intelligence. Shift isn't an uncontested champ. Yep. It just showed up more after the Seattle Regional. I don't think it was out there a whole lot.
Yeah.
John says Invisible Man is playable. Scott Hamilton has a good deck, but Industrial Age is almost unplayable.
I don't know. I think I'd rather play Industrial Mob than Invisible Man. I don't think he's playable at all.
Wow. Who created the Invisible Man? Is that one of Joe's characters? Is that why he wants the Invisible Man to be so playable? I think that's what it is.
Well, sorry, Joe.
Yeah, sorry, Joe, but I don't see it.
They're not all winners, but that's okay.
Yeah. Hey, if those are the 2 worst characters in your set, you're doing all right.
Yeah.
You're doing okay. Don't take it personal. The Dark Clown says they will be next set when they torch those placed Advanced Universe cards. Yeah. A lot's going to change with Skybound. And Raven says, I got you all. Thanks, John. I can't wait to see ya. The Goof says, problem is that there isn't a 20-point brute force outside of another mob, so you're limited in deck options. And no 17-pointers. Once we get 17, 19, and 20 brute force characters, it'll be different. Yes, I agree.
100%. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, Joe Peters calls himself out. I already told Doug I am playing Invisible Man at Nats. I wasn't going to tell anybody, Joe, in case you changed your mind.
All right, Joe. Hope we get a couple games in.
Joe, I mean, I already respect you, brother, but Invisible Man.
I mean, if anybody can do it, it's Joe.
Yes,
So
I would agree with that. I hope Thomas is giving you a lot of reps with that deck because you're going to need it. Okay, let's move on to get back to our good and the bad. Wow, we're never going to finish this in time.
yeah, no chance. Yeah.
All right. a good part, Invincible got announced. Bad part, it got delayed. In the same year, announced and delayed. Sorry, Joe, I know you don't want to say it was delayed, and that's the third time I've said that, but it was delayed. And we're super excited for the set, and not getting it before Christmas this year, and then hoping to get it in March, and now not getting it until August. It's so disappointing. So the Invincible announced was very good. The delayed is very bad. It's just heartbreaking. And I'm looking at my list of the bad stuff. Make sure there was no other part of the Invincible that was bad, and I don't think there was.
Yeah.
Just the delay.
Yeah, and they didn't just announce it, but Joe Nguyen did a live stream, went over some of the art, went over some characters. I mean, he did a great job with that. Addressed some of the things that maybe they didn't do too well. Addressed some of the things they're going to fix. So that live stream was a great idea. It gave a lot of exposure.
Yeah. And it was about 6 months too early. It's and, you know, we've all heard all the rumors that's out there as to why it's being delayed. And whatever it is, we're all disappointed that it's being delayed. So we can blame it on whatever we want. We're just disappointed.
Yeah.
So, all right. Next, the good. Oh, wait a minute. Ricky did something. Traveling Goose says, I can block a Reaper with a 1 intellect. I am. Can. Invisible Man can block a Reaper with a 1 intellect attack. Yeah, to get that card into play. Ricky says, Joe, double down and play Industrial Mob 2. Says, don't threaten me with a good time, Ricky.
Again, if anybody can do it, it's
Yeah,
Joe.
good luck with that, Joe. We're rooting for you. Another good part of this year, and they had a great presence at New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, Origins, PAX, Emerald City. Their booth was packed at all those cons. So people were wanting to see what they had. They were eager to learn the game. They were at all of the big cons that they probably should have been at, except Gen Con, which is really hard to get into on short notice. They will be at Gen Con in 2026. I believe they're coming back for Origins. All these other big cons, San Diego, New York, Emerald City, they'll probably go back to PAX. So, excellent year for the cons. And I don't see a downside on that. Nope. Nothing on my bad list about that. Did you have anything there?
I don't think so.
That was
The
good.
booth looked amazing. Ron did a great job with it. All of them did a good job with it.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Yep. John
Awesome
says, hoping
promos.
to hit C2E2. You know what? Oh, that is so disappointing that Invincible won't be out by C2E2. Oh, sucks. Oh, John, I just remembered. What's that artist's name? Ryan Otley is going to be at C2E2.
Oh, no.
We were going to get him to sign some Skybound cards. Oh, no, we won't be able to do it.
Well, he can sign our cards from the packs.
Yeah, we got lots of promos. You're right.
But from the con.
Yeah, the starter decks. Yeah. All right, we'll pull some cards out of there to get him to sign.
Yeah.
Oh, how disappointing.
Maybe the 7 promo. The
Oh.
Invincible 7 promo. You can sign that.
The Invincible 7. Oh, Jesse don't want him to sign any of her 12 copies of that card.
12?
I think that he did the art for the regular cards.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'd like him to do the art for the
Yeah. All right.
I wonder if he's doing any sketches. If he can do a sketch for me, the same way that Marcio got some stuff done down there.
cards. He can, it's just very expensive.
That's all right. Get him to draw battle beats for me.
Expensive is only a number. Sometimes they'll take request ahead of time. So you pay in advance and then pick it up at the show.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's good too. All right. Oh. James says, I have a good one. The Skyline, Skybound Overpower logo looks so nice with the Skybound logo over the buildings. The artwork on the boxes and the wrappers looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yes. Dark Clown says, Big Mob and Invisible Man together have to open your hand cards for Baker Street, but that's about it.
Hey, good luck keeping them alive.
Yeah.
I'll never show you my hand because you'll never play.
Right. Hey, Brian, how are you? I'm a little late to the party. Hi, guys. Glad you could join us. We might go a little over. JB Saucecat says, is there going to be Skybound promo decks at Nationals? You guys always trying to get me to say things I'm not supposed to. Stefan says the Invincible 7 promo is Philip Tab. I think he meant Tan. Yeah. That's what I thought too. I didn't think it was Ryan, but okay.
And Philip Tim did one other article he said that was
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did the Zorro
Yeah.
UR foil.
And he will probably be he might be at C2. We should check to see if he's going to be at C2E2. The Goose says throw Mina in reserve and you'd have 21 points for Merlin. Overload that Baker. Yeah, baby. Let's do it. Build that deck. All right, I'm going to go back to JB Saucecat about the Skybound promo decks at Nationals. We have not had a conversation about what will and will be at Nationals yet, but that is one of the things that we will look into. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see an exclusive playmat that anyone who attends the Nats can purchase. Whatever else you guys might throw an idea at me, I will definitely bring up to them.
Yeah, which that's a great segue for one of our bads is not having promos at the regionals.
Yes.
Some people traveled very far and, maybe didn't do too well at Swiss, got bubbled out, whatever it is, and then leave with nothing.
Nothing.
There should have been some kind of promos.
No prize packs.
No prize packs for a lot of them.
Canada had some.
think
That
that
was
was
the
it.
only one they gave them away at.
Yeah, which is very unfortunate.
Yes. So I 100% agree. Some promos for the regionals would have been fantastic. Something exclusive for the regionals.
Maybe a Captain Nemo foil or something. Get people excited.
Yeah. Boy, that would be awesome for the Nats,
Yeah.
right? Joe, if you're listening, Nemo needs a foil for Nats. All right. Brian says, I've got some promo something.
Starter decks.
Oh,
Maybe.
do you have enough for one for everybody?
Hmm.
I don't know. How did they give them starter decks out at
New York
Comic
Comic-Con?
Con? I mean,
I have
did
no
you
idea.
just have to ask for one? Did they sell them? Jesse, do you know? How did they give them away? I don't know.
Yeah, there was no information on it.
Yeah, I guess I have to ask somebody that got one promo starters. Yeah. But there's a lot of players who don't have them, and that would be a nice thing if they come to the Nats and have the opportunity to get one, whether it's just for showing up or something they could purchase. So that's something we will talk about and try to have all kind of answers for you guys well before the Nats. Well, what do we call well before? It's already 2 months away.
Sometime before.
What do we got? Like 9 weeks? All right, we'll try and give you at least a month notice, right? At PAX, you had to do a playtest demo. Okay. JB Saucecat says, tell Jess I'm so upset she sold that Mina to Felipe. Sorry, Jesse. Felipe hit us up right away.
Tell Jesse I would have loved to get some of them.
Yeah, Jesse, she would have loved to have traded you that for some of those Invincible comics you got up here. So,
I filmed that whole week.
8 more. You're still short 8 books for that run?
I think.
All right.
That's pretty impressive.
Well, we graded we graded a lot of Jesse's run. He had a complete run.
Oh, wow.
And he had some fantastic books. So many of them coming back 9.8. It's
awesome.
phenomenal. Yep. or say you were in the tournament. Goof, really, that's all you had to do is go over to the booth and tell them you were in the tournament, and they'd give you the starter deck?
Wow.
Ha! Wow. I wish we'd have known that.
Yeah.
Anthony says they should give out foil basic universe cards as promos. Oh, Anthony, I'm going to put you on mute. You got a mute timeout for 2 minutes. that would be terrible.
I got more of those than I know what to do with.
Yeah, the only thing that would be worse would be getting foil versions of universe cards. John says, I think you had to play a demo at the booth to get a deck, but I could be wrong. And Brian says, congrats on that double King Arthur pulls, Doug. Thank you, Brian. That was phenomenal.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And that was actually the only King Arthur we've actually pulled ourselves.
Yeah.
We've all had to trade to somebody to get one.
Yeah.
And we pulled that one out of that box. And Corey, it was the last one Corey needed. So now all 4 of us have a nice foil King Arthur. All right, I'm out. Have a good night, guys, says Sauce Cat. Jesse, we'll see you, buddy. Take it easy. Dark Cloud says, some people like their decks 100% foils. Those guys will spend big dollars on cards. Yes, they will.
Yeah.
You're right. So even foil universe cards, I guess I could see somebody wanting them. Brian says, let's be fair. That Superman training +4 from the DC set would look amazing foiled. Yes. That was some pretty cool art. All right, let's get back to the list here. This year we saw 2 teams of overpowered players. We got the League of Brazil, Felipe, Diego, Marcio. They did some traveling. They got to attend a couple regionals. Diego, I think, went to 2. Felipe was at 2. So we had an international team. We had Team Ohio, which played at all 4 regionals.
Yep.
And I'm going to throw this one out there, the Northwest Overpower League. I don't know what they call themselves, but I'm going to go with the Northwest Overpower League. Doug and Andrew and Thomas, Joe Peters, everybody else up there that played. They attended a lot of the events, which was huge considering how far they had to go to get there.
For real.
Thomas played at all 4 of them. So I'm going to include you guys in as a team for the season 0. So we actually had 3 of them.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. Merry Christmas, everybody. I guess somebody's leaving us. It's James. So we have Burger King Arthur and nice foil King Arthur now. Yep. John says Merry Christmas. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for listening in, John. We appreciate you, buddy. Have a good one. We'll see you next week. Pacific Northwest Overpower, says Doug. PNO. All right, I'm going to change that on my list. I was close.
Very close.
PNO. Pacific Northwest Overpower. I got you, brother. So 3 teams showed up all year in force. It was pretty amazing. As far as the downside of that is we're not getting near enough new players into the game.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the old players, season 0 would have had no players at the regionals. And by no, I don't mean literal no players, 5.
Yeah.
We are not bringing in new players, and we have to change that. If this game is to continue, we have to bring in the new players, which is what I know they're leaning heavily on Invincible to do, and now it's delayed until August. So we have another, and that's what, 9 months away of not bringing in new players, and Invincible is not bringing in new players. So I hate to put it this way, but it's almost like it falls on our shoulders to do it. It shouldn't, but it is. So how are we going to bring in new players? Doug and Andrew are doing a great job up there in Seattle.
Yeah.
We got a small group here in Columbus. It's not as big as I would like. We're having trouble getting guys to commit full time. There's 4 or 5 guys who could be here every Friday night playing, but it's, even though they enjoy the game, it's not high on their priority list.
Yeah, most new players coming in already play another game, already committed to something else.
Right. And that's what Invincible might change. It could bring in guys who like Invincible and are not playing games.
Yeah.
They say, well, I heard about this Invincible game. I want to see what that's all about. But until then, we have to bring in some more players. Brian says, I still don't understand how it went from Q1 to Q3.
Yeah, it's a big jump.
Yeah. I don't want to speak for Overpower, so all I will say is it is kind of amazing. Yep. And Goof says, yeah, feels that way. I'm planning to go to a shop card night every Tuesday in January to see what I can do. Thank you, Goof. We appreciate your efforts. And Vlad is trying really hard up there in Cleveland. He's doing really good. It's right now it's tough with the Christmas and everything to get guys to show up. And if the weather doesn't get too severe in January, he might be able to really build on that. Raven Project says, might need to be more liberal for a while on the in-store price support. Give us a runway to start small. I think if you want to give out more than 1 pack for entry, they would be okay with that. Whatever it takes to get the players in at this point. They're not forcing us to do any kind of report on how many players showed up or anything. We have to run it through the cardio to be sanctioned, and that's the only way you can give out packs. So they can kind of track it if they really cared enough, but I don't think they do. Hey, Keith says, I'm sure they're not happy about pushing it back. Yeah, absolutely. Probably has everything to do with either Carta Monday production or a decision from Skybound. Of those 2 options, Keith, I would lean more towards Carta Monday. I have not heard anything about season 4 being delayed of Invincible again. So I still think it's on schedule for March. So I don't think it's something coming from Skybound. But like I said, I don't want to speak for them because I don't know. Raven says, I meant the 8-player minimum. I got you. Drop it to 4 and make it a sanctioned event. Yeah. Ricky, 3 sets a year, right? Nah, Ricky. He says, also, I'd love to see some learn to play posters and such so we don't have to make them ourselves or other handouts and hangers. I have been wanting posters in my store for months, especially with Invincible on it. I don't care when it's coming out. I would hang it in the store tomorrow. Of course, I'd have to make sure Jessica doesn't take it down and take it home when I'm not there. But an Invincible poster to hang in the window.
Oh, yeah, they better.
Okay. James, if you're listening, please send 2 posters. That's funny. On Facebook, Joe said it was tariffs and paper shortage. I'm not buying that. There's no paper shortage that I can see anywhere. I got a feeling it's Carta Monday, but what do I know? Ricky says, I know they had mentioned 3 per year at one point. I do hope it actually doesn't get that way. I'd prefer 2. These sets need time to breathe. Exactly, Ricky. 100% agree with you on that. Keith says, oh shoot, the paper shortage. Wow, that's a serious bummer. Basically delays their prospective paychecks by half a year. Dark Clown says 2 per year is the most economically viable for players and attainable by LRG. 3 or 1 are both worse in my opinion. I think 2 is the perfect number.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. The playmats and the pins and the prize support packs were excellent this year. That's a good thing. A very good thing on the playmats and pins. The quality, although they were late a couple times, I think we have them all now, right? We got everything.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on a few.
What are you still waiting on?
Packs,
PAX.
Boston.
That's this. Oh, the pins.
The pins for
Oh,
PAX.
we never got our pins for Florida.
PAX, Boston, and Florida.
Wow. Okay, so the pins are a little late.
Yeah.
But they're nice when you finally get them.
Yeah.
And the one they did for the OP Cup was phenomenal. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on it. It was great. The one for Seattle was fantastic. I'm a little ticked that Seattle got the Robin Hood playmat, and not enough players got to go there because we didn't know in time.
Yeah.
That was a scoop of the year for Seattle. And, not a lot of those playmats seem to have made it onto the market either. I don't
Not a
see them
lot,
coming
yeah.
up for sale.
I think I've seen one that sold instantly or got traded for instantly.
Yeah. So, pretty happy with the playmats and the pins. I will be happier with the pins when I actually get the two that I'm owed.
Yeah.
But they were good. The prize packs, they're good, except as we were saying before, there should not have been a Grim Reaper in there. There should not have been events in there.
Yeah.
And there should not be 4 basic universe cards in a pack.
Yeah.
So they learned their lesson for sure. I don't want to harp on that as being a super negative thing because they realized it right away. It was too late. They'd already printed them all.
Yeah.
But I think overall, we can forgive them for that one. Whoops, I'm kind of out of order here. Jessica brought up pack errors in the packs, the packaging, the printing, however the errors were. Sometimes getting the wrong character with the stack or the wrong stack with the character, whichever way you want to say it.
Yeah.
Chris Rice actually got 2 ultra rare foils in one pack because they stuck together. Big mistake there. Super happy for Chris.
Yeah. Pretty awesome.
Yeah. So there was some issues. Supposedly that happened very early in the print run. Not the 2 ultra rare foils, but the stacks getting the wrong character. They said they had it corrected. The only problem is you can't tell an old print run box from a new print run box. So they're still showing up a lot. I know during the Friday before the regional here in Columbus, there were 2 characters that were wrong in every single pack that came out. I finally switched out a box that I thought we'd gotten at a different time, and that solved the problem. But I can't. Mr. Hyde was wrong in every pack, and somebody else was. The Archer, Robin Hood.
Robin Hood, yeah.
He was wrong every time.
Wow.
So, or maybe it was 3 Musketeers. I get them too confused a lot. But anyways, there were 2 characters that were wrong in every pack that came out of the boxes of that one case. So, supposedly they fixed it early in the run, but there was a lot that got out that way, which kind of a pain. But, Stefan throws out the big negative. Replacements of damaged URFs.
Yeah.
Simply because it isn't there. They will not replace your damaged ultra rare foil. And Robert put one up today for sale, that Amina, that is such a beautiful card, and it had at least 3 or 4 scratches in it, and he can't get it replaced. So you're right, Stefan. That is a huge negative. They tried to correct some of that stuff early, but then there was just too many, I think, and so they had to stop.
Yeah. It's just very unfortunate. Some people will only pull one ever.
Right.
And you get one and it's
And
damaged.
Yeah, that would,
Terrible.
That would be the absolute worst.
Yeah.
And Keith says, yeah, that Mina was rough. It was. And to be honest with you, I don't know. I think he could probably still get somewhere between 100 to 150 out of it from someone who just wants one. But
It's a good one to play with.
it's a,
Yeah. Put it in the deck and start playing with it.
What? You don't put the character cards
Not
in
in the deck, but you put it in there.
We don't have activators. Not yet, anyways. But it's nowhere near the $275 to $300 he could get out of a near mint copy for sure.
Yeah.
Brian says my King Arthur has a deep scratch on the back, but front looks great. All right, just put it in a black backed sleeve, and no one will know, right,
Yeah.
Brian? That does suck though, because I mean, if my King Arthur was damaged, I would not be happy because that's the one I wanted the most.
Yeah.
And if I got it damaged, I probably would have been disappointed. Doug says positive. That early King Arthur you got for $200 was a bargain. Doug, you are correct. That was a great deal. Shout out to Chris Rice for hooking me up with that. He did not even know at the time that I'd put a bounty out on that card.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So that was super awesome. And as you know, it took us a very long time to actually pull one.
Yeah.
And you guys were trading to get them.
Yeah.
And
It's tough.
So, yeah, that was tough. So that is a positive, Doug. You are correct. The hiring of a tournament organizer, and that being James, I think was a very good thing for the game. I'm very impressed with James and the way he handles things. Although it's a part-time job with LRG and he has a full-time job, he does pretty good. No complaints with James. I think Ty and Keith ran a super regional in Canada. PAX ran really well. Seattle and Columbus both went a little long, but learning
Yeah.
at both of them. And they did learn and make adjustments from each of those. So that was really good. I'm running out of things on my negative list. James wants to know what's my bounty for Skybound. There's not a card in Skybound that I want. So as of right now, there is no bounty on Skybound. May end up putting one out there, but I'm waiting to see the list. There are a few characters in the set that I might want. Nobody near like King Arthur to me, though, in the Skybound set. Jessica may decide she wants to put a bounty out for an Invincible foil character or something down the road. Oh,
Adam Eve.
Adam Eve.
Yeah.
Yep. Adam Eve will definitely have a bounty on her if they do a foil, ultra rare foil of her for sure. All right. A negative. And this is something that is going to be hard for them to fix. I'm not even sure that they can. But the cards are not listed on tcgplayer.com, so we can't get a price list. You can't go to TCG Player and see what a card's selling for. Very hard since so many cards are just 10-cent cards or less. I don't know. In our store, we
Yeah.
have a whole stack with the uncommon for $1. So how do you list that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
The rares we sell at $1 a piece. So the only thing that you're going to be pricing on TCG Player are the ultra rares and ultra rare foils, and the foil rares
And the prize pack stuff.
and prize pack stuff. Good, yes. So I don't know. I don't know if we can get them on there.
Yeah, it would be great to have that. I mean, I feel like the pricing is kind of all over the place. It's
Well,
kind
yeah,
of tough.
there's nothing to compare to. There are no comps.
Yeah.
You just can't compare to whatever it sold for last because you don't know, because so much of it that does sell is either in person or it's on Facebook, and it's private messaging on Facebook.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really hard to get on TCG. I reached out to TCG before the set came out and said, hey, what do we got to do to get it listed there? And they just said they weren't interested in listing it at this time. So, Brian says, and foil stacks. Yes, thank you, Brian. There may be a time where we can get it on TCG Player, but they definitely were not even interested in discussing ERB World Legends. Dark Clown says, Battle Beast and Omni-Man Ultra Rare Foil will have less than 80 copies, I've heard, across thousands of boxes, meaning they'll go for 500 plus.
Wow.
I think it's a little early. I don't know. I haven't seen anything on the ultra rare foil numbers, how many cards are going to be foiled, anything like that.
Less than 80 would be crazy.
Well, yeah, especially if they double or triple the print run of ERB.
Yeah.
So that'll make them so much harder to get. So we shall see what happens there. Another negative, kind of going along with the pricing, is I cannot get PSA to approve them for grading. I tried, and I tried. I took them to the Sports Card National with me to hopefully get an on-site submission, and they said, it's not on our list, we don't grade these. And I showed them the email chain that I've been getting back and forth with PSA. They said, well, any minute now we could approve it. And after the Nats Sports Card Nationals, I kind of gave up on it. Then I ought to keep this quiet a little bit longer, but you know me. I can't keep secrets much better than Joe. CGC will grade these overpower cards. They currently have 9 of them for me. They did an on-site submission at GalaxyCon here the first weekend of December, and that's where I dropped them off to them. They have them, I can go to my CGC page and see them listed. They have them all listed correctly. The only thing that I can't see is the ultra rares. I can't see if they're actually listed as ultra rares, but the foils are listed as foils. So if you're interested in having your overpower cards graded, CGC is the place to go. It's $17 a card, and they call it economy. You get them back in 20 business days, supposedly.
Supposedly.
I will let you know if that happens. If actually, I don't know if you get them back or you get the grades, which means they ship. You don't see the grades until they ship. So if that's true, approximately January 9th, I should have the grades of those cards.
That's awesome.
Yep, I'm super excited. And I did not grade my King Arthur Ultra Rare Foil. I kind of wanted to,
Yeah.
but I kind of chickened out on that one. I didn't want to keep it raw for now. If, Ray gets us to open a few more boxes and I pull a second one, I will grade it.
Ray, he will.
Yes, we will be opening more boxes.
Doesn't have to twist our arm either.
He doesn't have, all he has to do is say, I'll buy the first box, and we're in. But 20 days, even if I get the grades on January 9th, I could send off another package the day after and still have them back before the Nats.
Nice.
So that's how you meet deadlines. I'm super excited. I will share it with you guys when they come back. And anything that I get back will be out for sale during the Nats. I'm not going to sell them before. It's going to be, if anybody even cares. If you don't buy them, that's fine by me. If you don't want to grade them, totally get it. I just wanted to send some in and see how we get the process rolling along. I've got a few more surprises for grading coming up. We'll see if that works out. And I like Jessica's idea of getting those promos autographed by Ryan Otley out of those starters. So if you are interested in CGC grading your cards, bring them to the Nats, and we will take care of that for you. Very small charge, a couple bucks a card, and we'll send them in for you. And then you have to pay return shipping to the store and then shipping to you. But it won't be much. If you're interested, if not, that's okay. I had fun doing it. And I'm sure you will too at some point.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, well, we love getting those tins. Just like Bo Jackson. Nora and I are going to be playing Bo Jackson at the National Sports Card Collectors Convention this summer. So we're having a ball playing Bo Jackson. You guys want to learn to play Bo Jacks at the Nats on Friday? the day before the Nats, we'll hook you up. Brian says, I wish they'd release the actual pop of the URFs in the print run rather than just speculation. I agree.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Not a single game company out there does that. So
Oh, interesting.
yeah. Even Bojacks don't tell you.
Mm.
They tell you Grandma's linoleum might be of 5 or it might be of 10. They're not going to tell you.
Yeah. so
So I can't see it happening unless it's a serialized card. You're never going to know. Raven Project says, don't they just show the odds? Yes, but those odds are like so hard to understand. Or is that just trading cards? They're on there. The odds are on there. But since you don't know how many packs are made, it's impossible to do the math. Although Joe does like to talk a little bit about how many packs he's printing, and we can kind of guesstimate, he should stop doing that. And he's probably already been told that. So, okay. You know what? I got one thing on the positive side, and to be honest with you, I don't know what's so positive about that. What were we thinking when I put growth on there?
the regional growth.
The regional growth, that's what it was. Yes. More players kept attending.
Yeah.
PAX had a great turnout. It was less than Columbus, which was expected. We had hoped that PAX would get close to the 60 mark. Didn't happen. But, you know, when you look at Seattle to Canada to Columbus to PAX, there was some good growth there.
Yeah.
And I was very happy with that. I would have loved to see PAX hit 60. I was hoping they wouldn't break our record, but I was rooting for them to hit 60.
Yeah.
And if they had broken the record, our record, I'd have been just as happy for them.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna hold on to that.
Can't be
for a while.
Columbus.
You can't be Columbus, and that's why we got the Nats here. You
Yep.
guys are awesome. We thank you for your supports. We certainly appreciate it. We couldn't have done it without you to get the Nats in Columbus. Dark Clown says, Nats going to be like 80, the whole field. When you look over that list of who's qualified, there's 2 players on there that we have no idea who they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cardio ID, I think, but no clue. The rest of them, I think we got a pretty good shot of getting a large majority of them here. Can we hit 80? Man, that would be so awesome. I think we're going to cap it at 100. That's not an official cap, so don't go quoting that, but I think it's going to be capped at 100. And let's see how close we can get to 100.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Amazing. So, all right, I cleared off the positive list. Did I miss anything? How about the negative list? Printed list of rarities, we got that. Not enough new players. I think the only thing on there is the lack of communication. I don't like seeing announcements made on ICV2.com that doesn't show up on the official Overpower page.
Yeah.
I think we can complain about the lack of communication, but at the same time, we all know these guys personally, and I think at times they talk a little too much. I really wish we just had the official Overpower spokesman and no communication with the rest of them so that they don't get bombarded with things. But it is what it is. I would like to see a little bit better communication as far as dates are communicated.
Yeah.
And event dates, not production dates.
Yeah. Yeah, I think also we're getting a lot of weird word of mouth information where people are kind of talking and speculating and then nobody really knows, and then Joe says, well, this was never an official announcement, so it's technically not a delay because we never officially announced it. And but information's out there, and I think more official communication from them would be great.
Yes.
Clear a lot of that up.
Right. And don't even talk about dates until you have an official date.
Yeah.
Just say, guys, we're doing the best we can. If you say anything. And Doug says instead of a positive negative list, it should have been a naughty and nice list. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're right, Doug. That would have been great. Christmas time should have been. But I don't know that the negatives, they're not negatives, the bad. I think there's a difference between bad, negative, and naughty. And I don't think the bads would have been bad enough to be the naughty list.
Yeah.
Although we might say Nemo not having a foil, pretty much, that's naughty
Yeah.
list. That's naughty list. Okay.
I think out of everything on that list, that's the worst one for me.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad stuff on there, but that's so frustrating.
Yeah. You're right. Doug, you're right. That is the naughty list. Nemo not having a foil. So, well, we did it, Nora. We made it to 8:30. We're going to be out of here before 8:30.
Oh yeah,
We told Jessica 8:30, and we held our.
we did it.
We were true to our word, and
I heard 8 o'clock.
you didn't hear that.
Not from
You might have
us.
spoke that. You didn't hear it from us. Brian says, "How about a quarterly fireside chat like other corporations?" Now, I would say no, because Joe talks too much. If there was somebody besides Joe at a quarterly meeting, maybe, but Joe would say more than he should. And he would start talking dates or guesstimate dates, and he'd get himself in trouble. That's right. Raven, Jessica, John says, you never officially said 8 o'clock.
That's just speculation.
Thank you for spinning that for me, Raven.
It's a delay.
Yes, not an official delay. They won't stop talking to us in the chat.
Oh, yeah, they were friends.
We did not.
Oh, guys, we need to show you the Boston playmat, the Cthulhu playmat.
Just came in the mail, fresh.
Yes. Let me see here. Get rid of that here.
How's that look?
Let's see. Ricky says, I feel like more communication is something all people wish for their respective games as far as I've seen, especially the smaller ones. Let's see. There we go. Yeah. How about that? That Cthulhu mat is awesome.
Yeah, it looks great.
I have one for sale if anyone's interested. I did not. I made top 8 in Boston. Barely. I went in through the back door, but I got there.
You got there.
I guess I should keep it. All right, I'll keep it. Keith, that is freaking sweet. Yep, Ricky says that's pretty. Rave. John says, he's sorry, Jessica. The Game Master says, now you know how Coey feels. Well, Dave also talks a lot too, says Brian. He does. But Dave doesn't talk about things he shouldn't be talking about as far as spoilers. I've never heard Dave say a spoiler. I don't know. And Stefan says, LRG 8 p.m. is 8:30. And the Game Master said they did try that with the Q&A. And that's it. All right. We've got to wrap it up here, folks. Guys, thank you so much. And if you didn't, please leave us a like on your way out. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next Monday, and we'll talk about what's to come in 2026. Thanks for tuning in. Nora, thanks for coming.
Thanks, yeah. Good night, guys.
Done.
Awesome.
All right. That was a good one.
That was a great one. Yeah, that was awesome. 36 views.